one of the things, I'm just going to do a brief introduction. One of the things that I love about being the director down here at the Hub is that we get to celebrate many milestones, people's joys, their weddings, their celebrations, and many other things. And I really love being the director and seeing so many people come in for different things. And I'm just very grateful today and thankful that I could be here and that we could have you all in and express our gratitude. So thank you for coming. And then I was going to introduce Patty Kleist, who I used to call Boss, so I guess I could just call her Boss, but she's actually the chairperson for the Government Committee Affairs for North Mason Chamber of Commerce. And Boss, I'm going to let you take the mic now.
Thank you so much, Beth, and thank you to the Hub for hosting this wonderful event. What a great turnout. And I also want to definitely thank Representative Kilmer and his staff for putting this together. I think it's a long due recognition. You know, it's kind of appropriate that this is happening today on Thanksgiving week, a week where we think about, well, food. But we also often think about the blessings and the things in our lives for which we are thankful, which includes country, home, family, and the folks you folks who went and were willing to serve, were willing to give of your time and risk your very lives so we could protect, so that we could be here to celebrate that. And just, I want to give you a heartfelt thanks. Thank you very much. And finally, I have the pleasure of doing an introduction. You know, if you have a problem in Belfair, call this person and they will deal with it. If you have a cause that you want support for, call this person and they will support it. If you need chairs moved, if you need firecrackers sold, if you need any of those kind of things, just call him and he will be there. A true advocate and friend to all of North Mason, my friend, Commissioner Derek.
Yes, I mop floors, I do plumbing, whatever's needed. You know, I can't tell you how excited I am today. Looking around at all these heroes, and some of them, and I apologize to get a little emotional, I've known some of you for 40 years, and the idea that you're going to get recognized today for the service to this nation, to this community, just warms my heart more than you can imagine. You know, you all went through a lot of different things over the years. Some of us lost family members there during that time. Others brought some of that stuff back home with you. Wives, children, everybody was affected in so many different ways. And for so many, they did not get the thank you that they rightfully deserved for standing up for this nation. You know, when things go wrong, people go two different directions. Some go away from the trouble, some go to it. Those of you that served, you stood up and you went to it. And I want to say God bless each and every one of you. So before I do my introduction, I want to say on behalf of Mason County, on behalf of our community, on behalf of the Netherland family, thank you so much for your service, and God bless each and every one of you, your children, your wives, and everybody else you've touched because of the service you've done. We have nothing if you had not done it first. God bless each and every one of you. So now I have the honor, and I say honor because, you know, Patty was talking about how you can call me, you can go on Facebook. It's like the Batman thing. You put my name on Facebook and I find it and we track it down and make it happen. I can tell you right now that I'm not big on titles, but today I'm going to use it. Congressman Kilmer is literally in the speed dial. When there's an issue that goes on, not only will he just call you, he will show up. Just like I do. He comes here and he helps to deal with whatever the issues are. I know that how much he loves our service people because of some of the conversations we've had, but I also know he stands up for even those that are working down at the shipyard that didn't even serve, but to him, that's a way of serving here in the community. The beautiful thing about this today is everybody looks at things from so many different perspectives. I had some battles on Facebook, a few of you probably saw it, where people were trying to make political hay out of it and the positions that they hold. And I want to tell you that today's a day to celebrate you, but more than that, Congressman Kilmer, as I'm calling that today, is here to present a congressionally recognized pin to you. He is here today, not as a politician, he is here today representing the United States of America to say thank you to you for all you've done and all the years you didn't get the thanks. So, it is my great honor to introduce you.
Well, Mason County shows up. Holy cow. Sorry if you had trouble finding parking, I did too, but I'm really grateful that you're here, and I'm so honored to get to represent you in our nation's capital. It's been a really cool day, to be honest with you. I got to start my day in Silverdale with the opening of the new community-based outpatient clinic in Kitsap County, which was a long time coming, but really important. And I went and visited with the Shipyard Command, and we're working on some stuff there as well. And to get to end the day here with all of you is just a real honor, so thank you for that. Before I say anything else, I want to thank the boss and the North Mason Chamber for partnering with our office to make this happen. I want to thank North Mason Resources and the VAB. Thank you. I know you don't get this kind of crowd to show up just by, me dialing into I-501, but because a lot of community organizations help get the word out. And thanks to the Hub for the great space, and we'll help you find more parking. I wanna, yeah, we're all right, we're gonna, all right, the structured parking garage is. I want to also thank Commissioner Netherland for his partnership and for being here. I know he actually, I think, had to change some Thanksgiving travel plans to be here, but I think he's probably with me in recognizing that it's worth it to be here with all of you. And I believe we have Rob Barnes from Drew McEwen's office. I'm here in fact. There we go. Rob, thank you for being here, and please send along our gratitude to State Representative McEwen for his partnership too. But most importantly, I just want to thank all of you for being here tonight to commemorate and recognize some extraordinary service to our country. And back in 2017, in a rare flash of bipartisan cooperation, Congress passed and the President signed the Vietnam War Veterans Recognition Act. And this was seen as sort of a step towards trying to right some wrongs and trying to say thanks, in many instances 5 decades later than thanks should have been given. And I think that's a story a lot of you know because you lived it, and I've talked to far too many people who, when they came home, didn't get the gratitude that they earned. In some instances were told to put their uniforms away and just to quietly return to society, rather than being embraced. And tonight, every one of us here is trying to do our part to correct that. And we're here to say thanks, and we're here to say we're grateful for your service and for your sacrifice to this country. You stepped up, and you gave your bodies, and you gave your time, and many people gave their lives to protect our way of life. And we are so grateful for that, and I personally am grateful for that, not just as your representative, but that as the dad of 2 little girls who get to grow up in a country that's a lot more free and a lot stronger because of the men and women who have fought to protect it. I also just want to say one other thing before we get to the good stuff. I'm very struck by the fact that many of our Vietnam-era veterans continued to serve when you came home. And we see that in a whole lot of ways. You made sure that when young men and women were called into future battles on behalf of our nation, that they got treated better and that they got thanked no matter what. And we've seen that in so many ways. Your generation made sure that when this generation's of veterans came home, that they had people to meet them at the airport to say thank you. And when there are Armed Forces Day parades or veterans parades, we get to hear the rumble of your motorcycles. And we have seen you keep and watch at far too many funerals, but I'm grateful for that too, and I've attended a lot of those funerals. I cannot thank you enough for showing up and continuing to serve in that way. I just have enormous gratitude for you. I'm just conscious that you've never stopped serving this country, and I want to say thank you for that. And as your representative, that means a lot to me. And we should make sure future generations know about that sacrifice, and that's part of this too. And I'm glad to see some young people who are here as part of that too. Listen, in Washington, D.C., talk is cheap. I think actions matter, and we need to back up words with action. You know, and part of recognizing you and demonstrating gratitude means a few things. It means if you fought for this country, you shouldn't have to fight for a job when you come home. We're working on a lot of efforts in that regard. It means that in the land of the free and the home of the brave, every brave service member should have a home, and it shouldn't be under a freeway overpass. And it means making sure that you get the benefits that you've earned and get the care that you've earned. And that's part of why the CBOC opening in Silverdale was a big deal. But I also want to introduce Rob Richards from my team. Rob is a Navy veteran, and he does, and we've also got Sherry here from our team in the corner. They are part of our casework team. A lot of people don't know this. Half of our staff here in the district does what we call casework, where if someone's grappling with a federal agency, we go to work on their behalf. And most commonly that work is with the VA. And you know, it's some of the coolest work we get to do. We had a guy who reached out to our office. He said, I fought in the Vietnam War, I got shot up on a mission, I never got my Purple Heart, and it would help me heal some of the wounds folks can't see if I could get that Purple Heart. And we looked into it, and part of the issue was his mission was in Laos, and according to the federal government, we were never there. And we worked with that guy, and we got his mission declassified, and one of the coolest days I've had in this job was getting to pin a Purple Heart to that guy's chest. And I tell you that, not for an attaboy, but as an invitation, so that if you have issues with the VA, with Social Security, Medicare, IRS, you name it, please, please, please reach out to our office, and we're willing to go to work on your behalf. And more importantly, I know a lot of you here in this room, and I know that you're active in the community. And if you can be our eyes and ears and connect people to us who may need some help, I'm asking you to do that, because we can't solve problems we don't know about. It's some of the most important work that we do. So, without further ado, it is a real privilege tonight for me to present. I'm going to open these up so you can, you'll all see them. But it's these Vietnam veteran commemorative pins, and on the back side, it just says on it, a grateful nation thanks and honors you, which I think is a pretty important message. We are here as a grateful nation. We're here to thank and honor you. And to everyone this evening, thanks for coming. To every family member and friend here, thanks for being here to support our veterans. And to every veteran in this room, thank you for your service. So the way we're going to do this is, if you're all right with it, I think you wait a long time to be thanked. We're just going to call folks up one at a time. And we'll, because I think you've earned that. And we'll have Randy read off your name. We're going to let people clap for you, and I'll pin you. And if you were worried that I'm going to either draw blood or ruin your coat, I'm happy to just hand it to you. So you tell me what you want, and we'll go from there. All right? Everybody ready? Maybe we'll start on this side of the room, and we'll just work our way over. Does that sound all right? All right? Good? All right. Away we go. We're going to start over here.
If you don't mind, for some of these are going to be hard to read, so I would appreciate if you actually say your name when you come up to me. Because I used to tell people I was Kowalski, and I just told them, it's spelled exactly how it sounds. So, all right. Jim Bean. God bless you and thank you. God bless you. Doug. Doug Bell. Mel Mill. Thank you, Richard Jarrett. Special thank you, Chuck Krug. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Webster. On behalf of Grateful County, Doug Clark, and receiving for his brother-in-law, Richard Workman. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Robson. Special thank you from all of us, Steve Westover. Thank you for your service, Charles Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Foster. Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Mavis. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Perlman, and on behalf of his brother, Eric Perlman also.
Try not to get an artery.
Pretty thin-skinned.
Sure. I got my Band-Aid.
On behalf of the Grateful Nation, Richard Wilker. And a special thank you from our community local here, Doug Coles. On behalf of this grateful community, William Birdsong. Ladies and gentlemen, local grown Bill Byron. A special thank you to Bert R. Woods. Ladies and gentlemen, a special thank you to Chris Vetlin. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me recognize Edward Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, another local hero that I know well here, Arthur Escalante.
Just call him Marine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're proud to recognize Jake Jacobson. Ladies and gentlemen, please present the honors they're entitled to Rick Hamill. With great honor, Richard Butch. I have a very special honor. You might recognize this gentleman here from Union, Mike Frenson.
Well, one is downtown. And the other one is Larry. Oh, God. Larry.
Ladies and gentlemen, accepting for his brothers and then for himself, James Billington.
I got a buddy who died.
Ladies and gentlemen, first collecting for a good friend who's no longer with us, Butch Rowan. Collecting and for himself also, Lawrence Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting for his brother Larry Lee, and then for himself, Paul Lee, quartermaster. It is my great honor to introduce to you R. Kent Whitten. Ladies and gentlemen, first accepting for his brother-in-law Tom Jones, and then for himself, Doug Wagenhart. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present to you Rick Jennings. Ladies and gentlemen, first collecting for his wife, Bonnie Stone, then for himself, Kim Stone. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you Phil Freund. Ladies and gentlemen, Ralph Morrison. Even though many of you know him, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Mel Armstrong. Next, another friend I'm proud to introduce you to, Mike Olson. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Donovan. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Buckaloo. Ladies and gentlemen, collecting for his grandfather, Tony, Anthony Bacchus. Ladies and gentlemen, collecting for their grandfather, Naomi and Dusty. The grandfather's name is William Day. Collecting for deceased friend Richard Jensen, and then collecting for herself, Deborah Schaefer. I am honored to introduce to you collecting for his brother Fred Shell, and also for himself, Alex Shell. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of a very thankful community, Calvin Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, a gentleman here that I'm happy to say is somebody who just started a new program here in North Mason that we just got funded to be able to go out and help the veterans that are out there in the woods. He's one of the ones that actually goes out there. It was his work that started this process. I'd like to introduce to you Alan Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, collecting on behalf of his brother deceased, Terry Dittmer, his dad, Merlin Dittmer, is somebody we all know here locally and consider a hero in many different reasons. We refer to him usually as Mr. Dittmer. This is Dan Dittmer. Congressman, I'd like to ask if you could please come forward and bring this to this gentleman. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Stocks. Ladies and gentlemen, John Boyle. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Gay. Proud to introduce you to Jim Stark. With great honor and pleasure, I introduce you to another old friend of 40 years, Ron Clam. Ladies and gentlemen, collecting for his brother, Randall O'Connor, and then for himself, Jerry O'Connor. Proud to introduce you to Eric Nelson. Please give a round of applause for Paul Wilkins. Ladies and gentlemen, very special thank you to another person that many of us know here and consider it an honor to be a friend of, Gyla Van. Proudly, I'd like to introduce you to Robert Newbell. Please join me in thanking Donald Van Elk. Ladies and gentlemen, collecting for her husband, Michael Kenny Ross, Cat Ross. Ladies and gentlemen, David Stewart. Please join me in thanking Bob Wilkowski. Again, it is my honor. Many of you already know him. He usually speaks at our veteran ceremonies, especially in Highland. A guy that we're all very thankful for his participation in the community, Richard Bell. David McFetridge. Nope, you don't have to. Congressman, would you please do me the honor of joining me to introduce to them Howard Allen Clark. Ladies and gentlemen, receiving for shipmate Archie Watson and then for himself, ladies and gentlemen, Dave Lozier.
We should meet me right here in this room, third Thursday, 7 p.m. And I'm a service officer. For information. If you need help with a PA plan, just come along. All right. That's fine here.
Ladies and gentlemen, accepting for brother John Eastland and sister Mary Eastland, and for herself Norma Jenny Eastland. Ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce you to John Anderson. In memory of our dad, Robert C. Arnold, receiving for him Shonda Arnold and Jamie Arnold. Congressman, may I introduce you to Bob Haynes. Collecting for her husband, Joel Greggs. Collecting for her husband, Paul Morris. Collecting for his wife, Maria Osiander, is Neil Osiander, also collecting for himself. Congressman, let me introduce you to Pedro Polino. Gentlemen, Jerry Swayzer. Ladies and gentlemen, she is collecting for her friend Ty D.R. Tyrell. Please welcome Bill Sparks.
Yeah, Bill.
Congressman, I have Greg Erickson collecting for his brother, deceased, Robert Erickson. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill McFarland. Collecting for her brother, Jim Moore, we have Judy Honsowitz. Diane Willows collecting for her brother, Frank Claxton. Congressman, let me introduce you to David Day. Collecting for a family member, he's collecting for Roger Shrewsbury, and then for himself, another local for a long time out here, Jack Nicholas. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Flateman. North Mesa, please recognize Marv Stewart. Ladies and gentlemen, another old friend and another local here that I'm happy and honored to introduce to you, Congressman. This is Marco Brown. Is there anybody else here who has not been recognized yet that would like to be recognized? Please hold your hand up, I'll come to you. It was requested by a service member, asked if you would not mind, it's up to you, but if you would not mind standing up and giving a salute to the person representing the United States of America.
Before we all leave, I wanted to say a few things in closing. One, I don't know about you, but I am going to go to bed smiling. I'm just very grateful for everybody showing up, and Mason County knows how to show up. So thank you for that. We gave out, by my count, 105 pins. Now, here's an important message I want to leave you with. If you talk to somebody tomorrow who didn't know about it, didn't hear about it, couldn't make it, was under the weather, had traveled for Thanksgiving or whatever, put them in touch with us. I mean, Rob and I, we did a thing in Jefferson County, and we had a woman who said, my husband is literally on his deathbed. Would you come to our house? We came to his house. If you know someone, we certainly tried, and I know that VSOs did an amazing job of spreading the word, and thank you for that. But I don't presume that everybody knew about it. So if you hear of somebody, just put them in touch with us, and we're happy to make sure that they get it in. Other thing I just want to say is another kind of public service announcement. If you or someone you know is grappling with the VA or frankly any other federal agency, Sherry in our Bremerton office, I was there a month ago. I said, what are you working on? She said, I just brought someone back from the dead. And I said, how's that work? And she said, Medicare accidentally categorized someone as deceased, and it turns out it's really hard to get your health care when they think you're dead. And I said, how often does that happen? She said, 4 or 5 times a year. So the terrific thing is we've got a team full of people who work for you. That's how this works. We work for you. So if something comes up where we can lend a hand, just give us a call. All right? And this Thanksgiving, I'm just so very, very thankful for all of you who've served and for your families and for the honor of getting to represent you. So God bless you all. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.